These are the tools you'll need: screwdriver, a file, a hex wrench, and some Loctite. First, we'll remove the screws on the housing. These are the top screws. These are the bottom screws. Remove those. The housing will just pull off. And now you have access to the internals. Here I'm removing the set screw from the vertical spur gear. It might take a little bit to break this loose because they are all glued in with Loctite. Now I'm showing you where the gear is binding against the frame. You'll move the gear out of the way so you can get access to the powder coating. Take a file and file the powder coating off. You might need to file a little bit. You may need to repeat this a few times until you get the clearance so that the gear doesn't bind against the side. Move the gear back into place, make sure that it's clearing the side. You'll probably have to put the set screw back in and then apply force from the left to the right side just to make sure that the gear is not binding anymore. So you might have to do this procedure a couple times. So here we're putting the set screw back in. At this point you could apply Loctite to the screw so it doesn't rattle loose. If this is for home use, probably don't need to have the Loctite here, but if it's going to be on location with heavy use, Loctite should be used. So here we're testing, making sure it's not binding. So this is what I was talking about earlier. You might need to do this a couple times to make sure that it's not binding against the side of the frame. So apply force from left to right, and also at the same time move the yoke up and down. It should move freely, you shouldn't feel any binding. If that's all working, then replace the cover and replace the screws. You notice I've taken the yoke off. This is easier to remove the screws. If it's attached, the yoke is kind of tough to remove the screws and put them on just because the angles are awkward. And that's it. You should be good to go. No more binding.